What is going on, everybody, and welcome on into the channel. So really quick update that I wanted to talk about today. Robinhood to launch cryptocurrency wallets as Bitcoin becomes a bigger part of the business. Now, we primarily really haven't talked about Robinhood probably here in quite some time, but this does have some implications, I think, to a lot of people who still use Robinhood and a lot of people who hold crypto on Robinhood, and there's implications in the stock, which we'll also take a look at here in this video. So what's going on? This news came out earlier this morning, actually. So right now, what Robinhood is doing is they're testing out crypto wallets, because if you guys know how cryptocurrency trading works on Robinhood right now, you can buy Bitcoin, you can buy Dogecoin, you can buy Ethereum, you can buy a bunch of crypto, but it's like you're just buying it and you can sell it. You can't actually transfer it and hold it like you would on other platforms such as Coinbase. And it's a little, there's more security issues, other issues that make it less appealing to someone who is, let's say, more into crypto. You would want to hold it in, let's say, a traditional wallet, or you'd want to have some sort of crypto wallet feature associated with your holdings. This way, you can actually utilize it rather than just hold the asset, because you're essentially just holding the asset on Robinhood and looking to profit off the movement, which I have personally taken a part of, and I actually have some Bitcoin and some Ethereum, I believe, on Robinhood right now as we speak. So I'm actually looking forward to this. It should be really cool. For those who don't know how you get access to this, you should have gotten an email. If you have a Robinhood account, you should have gotten an email, and this is what it's going to look like. Be one of the first to get crypto wallets. And so all I did was I clicked join the waitlist, and then it logged me in, and I clicked join the waitlist, and boom, I was on the waitlist. And so that's really all it was. It's pretty straightforward. You should have gotten an email. If not, I would check the app. There may be notification. There may be some other way inside the app, but that's at least how I'm aware of getting access to it. But it's interesting noting down here in this article, let me zoom in a little bit more so you guys can see. This is actually really cool, because we can see that more than half of Robinhood's transaction-based revenue last quarter came from cryptocurrency trading, which is up from 3% from a year prior. So it's actually kind of interesting how you're seeing more of the revenue, right? That's building in Robinhood. And so if that continues to build, not only, right, do they want to capitalize on that and make the features, I guess, more encouraging for new clients, but they also want to keep the current clients that they have, because as people become more aware of crypto, I think as you start to increase your knowledge, understanding of what's going on here and how to use it and the uses, the purpose, and all that type of stuff, you would quickly move away from Robinhood, right? I think there's a lot of people who are watching who probably already know that, right? You wouldn't hold your crypto on Robinhood, right? It makes no sense, right? But now this ideally would start to kind of bring people potentially back to the platform, or keep people on who are holding crypto there, who, grow into and learn more about how this works. And they're now, less inclined to go and switch to, let's say, a Coinbase or something like that. Now, it's funny because this news came out and the market did quite well. I want to talk about the correlation we're also seeing with crypto and what we're also seeing, right, with Robinhood and the overall market, because it's not just, crypto and Robinhood. There's a lot that kind of goes into play here. So that said, first, take a look at Robinhood stock. Look at this. Ever since the IPO, popped to 85, pulled back, and it based out really nice. This is actually kind of a chart that I'd like to look at for penny stocks, or just for stocks in general, right? When it seemingly gets quiet, we kind of put it to bottom, and then we start putting in higher lows, or we start to see volume increasing, and then it starts to curl. And right now, we're really seeing that curl. Robinhood is actually up over 10% today on the 22nd, which is Wednesday. Resistance points I'm watching on Robinhood, let's draw that in right here. This high right here, this spike on the 1st of September, which is just roughly where we're at right now, about $47. And then beyond that, I'm going to point two other points out. One right here, which happens to be at 51, and then roughly one right in here in the 52 to 53 area, which I will put another line roughly in there as well. So these are areas I'd be watching for resistant points on Robinhood as it pushes up, if it continues the momentum that we're seeing and breaks up over this 47 or so. And then we'll see how it plays out from there. But that said, okay, Bitcoin. So let's talk about Bitcoin really quick. And I do want to point out this correlation. So take a look at Bitcoin, right? It's been pulling back the past couple of days. Market has not really been helping Bitcoin's case, right? So here's the daily on Bitcoin. It was actually down quite a bit lower earlier today, and it's kind of rebounded and actually dipped below 40,000 roughly here, I believe yesterday, as I'm filming this video. But broadening it out, what are we noticing here? Bitcoin pushed up, pulled back, pushed up, found resistance at 50K. Now it's trying to find an area of support. I would expect it in the low 40s here to find support and start to curl back on up if it continues into the end of the year bull run, like many analysts and many people believe, with how these cycles work. And that's not, accounting for other news that could, of course, come out in the coming months as well. So what I want to point out, though, is I want to point out what we're noticing not only here on Bitcoin, but we're noticing with the overall market as well. So what I've now done is I've actually pulled up the 1-hour chart for Bitcoin on the left and for SPY, the S&P 500 on the right, okay? What do we notice? These charts look fairly similar, right? These charts do look fairly similar, and we notice that when SPY pulled back in here, the 17th, 18th to 20th, right? That time frame, the 17th to the 21st, SPY pulled back. What do we notice? The 17th, we have crypto pushing up. This is actually over the weekend. So, Bitcoin was pushing over the weekend, is what it is. And then the market opened on Monday. What did crypto do? Boom, plummets, right? It comes down from 48,000, hits down to 40K. Boom, just like that. Now it's rebounded a couple $1,000s, but we're noticing that they're actually quite similar. So I'm still concerned. And why do I think this is happening? I think it's happening because there's so much over leverage in the crypto space. What does that mean? Margin. It means people are over leveraged on margin. Many different platforms and brokers you can go out these days, they'll give you 10x margin. They'll give you 5x margin, right? You can't get that on many US brokers platforms, depending upon obviously your track record, your history, how long you've had the account, how much money's in your account and whatnot, right? You may not be able to get that on many US brokerage accounts. So that is one of the bigger concerns. Until we start to see that calming down and there's less leverage in the space, that's when I think we'll see the disconnect between Bitcoin and the overall markets. Because what happens here, in my opinion, is that we see a big sell-off on SPY, the overall market, the US market, right? SPY comes down, the market comes down. People are liquidating stocks, they're panic selling, they're doing this. That forces them to, let's say, they get a margin call because they're, over leverage on their Tesla position or their whatever position, right? And they get a margin call. They need capital, they need money, or else they're going to get liquidated potentially. They'll go to crypto, they'll sell their crypto because they're over leveraged there, and then they'll take that cash and they'll fund themselves. So people are going to go back and forth. In my opinion, that is what we're kind of seeing. And so until that changes, I think we're going to see these two pretty much in lockstep, right? Generally speaking, but we really want to see, I want to see a deviation. I want to see crypto kind of deviate from the S&P, from the US markets. If SPY starts to pull back for the next couple of months, I want to see Bitcoin stabilize and maybe push up in the next couple of months. Ideally, that's what we want to see here when it comes to crypto. So there you guys have it. That's the update for today. I appreciate you guys so much for tuning on in. Stay tuned for some more videos. I have a crypto video, and then very, very soon we also have a video talking about and testing out 3 different day trading guru kind of alert services. So stay tuned for that stuff. We'll see you guys in a future video. Links and resources down below like always. Peace.